Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. We're going to start out today's video with a piece I got at a yard sale. This is absolutely beautiful if you have a traditional style home, but you know those are not my colors, but I paid $3 for it. And this right here is kind of a bisque type texture, so the chalk paint stuck really well to this. I went over it with a couple layers, then I went around and I wet distressed it. Now to add something to the front of it, I'm going to show you a very budget-friendly way to add a graphic. Now if you are not into purchasing transfers, or maybe you are not able to get some that have just come out or new releases, I'm going to show you a way you can go out and do your own very easy. And this is very budget-friendly. You just want to get a sheet of printer paper. This is just a really thin piece. I think we got it at Walmart. Just want to cut down a piece of tissue paper and cut it a little bit smaller than your paper, because you want to use some Scotch tape. Just tape it on. Now I'm just being really rough videoing here, but I'm just walking over to my printer. We just have a very inexpensive printer that we got at Walmart. It's an inkjet printer. You just want to stick that in, and on my printer you put your paper in face up. So I put the tissue paper face up. The graphic I'm using is on the Graphics Fairy website. It's free. So all I'm going to do is I went over to my computer. I'm going to hit print, and I'm going to show you how well a graphic will print on a piece of tissue paper. Now this is, like I say, this is a very budget-friendly way if you cannot afford transfers, or if you just maybe, like I say, are not able to get some that you want. Go out and search for free printables. Etsy a lot of times will have some really pretty downloads that you can purchase, or like I say, the Graphics Fairy has tons of free ones, and you can also resize them for the size of your project. I love this little Victorian little Christmas scene of these little people right here, so I chose it. Now once it prints, you just want to go around it and cut off as much of the excess tissue paper around it to get your graphic. And now we've got a great piece that we can apply to the front of this project piece. Now I always love to use DIY Liquid Patina for my decoupage medium, but you can also use Mod Podge. Now you just want to go and I always, when I have decoupage paper or I'm decoupaging items, I always work in sections. And you are going to have some wrinkles with this tissue paper, but it's very easy to work them out. You just want to gently go over it with your brush, and sometimes I will just use the back of my fingernail and just kind of run over those wrinkles, and they'll work out. But like I say, don't overwork your tissue paper, because you could have some bleeding in the colors. But it's very easy to apply this to your projects, and I think you get a beautiful result. Now the next project, I'm going to show y'all how to make some very inexpensive little Christmas ornaments. I picked up this pack of these little birds for 99 cents. I tried to Google them so I could give y'all a link for these, and it looks like you can purchase this brand with these little birds on Etsy. So if any of y'all are interested, I'll try to leave the name of these down below. But I think I got 6 of these little birds in a pack for 99 cents. But I'm going to go over each one with some white chalk paint, because I'm going to decoupage each one using some decoupage paper that I have. But these right here I thought would make some beautiful ornaments to put on the Christmas tree. Everybody loves birds, and birds are all for all the seasons. So I'm going to take a piece of decoupage paper, and I'll have this sheet listed down below, but it's a very large sheet, and there is a ton of graphics and design on it, and I think this sheet is $6.95, and you can purchase this from Ruth and Ruby. Now once I got it decoupaged down, I just went over it with my brayer, and I just smoothed it out really well. Then once it dries, you just want to go around with some sandpaper and just sand off any excess paper and smooth out your edges. And now we've got a beautiful bird that we can hang on our Christmas tree. And also, if you have a fall tree up, I think these birds would make a great embellishment for a fall tree too. Now I'm just showing you this one. I'm just taking pieces of the decoupage paper that I feel like will fit the best on my birds, and that was the fun of it, was just get creative and just go over, you know, using the parts of decoupage paper. And you can also use napkins. You can find some beautiful designs on napkins, and I have some linked in my Amazon store, but a pack of napkins can make a ton of projects. So just get creative. If you don't want decoupage paper, you can also decoupage some napkins on them, or also you can print out some free printables to cover, you know, these little birds. But I just added some really pretty lace hangers to them, and now we've got some gorgeous pieces we can hang on a fall or a winter Christmas tree. I just want to take a second and tell y'all, if y'all are liking the video so far, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your family and friends. Make sure to leave me a comment below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, on my new channel, Teresa Greene, I just uploaded a new video over there with a lot of DIY projects for our new home. Now, the next project I'm going to show y'all is also a yard sale find. And I love finding craft items at yard sales because a lot of times they're a lot cheaper than going to the dollar store and buying them. But you can see I got this little wood plaque for 75 cents. I think this was probably a craft piece from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to take the decoupage paper that I just used for the birds, and I'm also going to show you another way that you can use it on a very inexpensive little wood piece or wood plaque. I went through these graphics on here, and I found the one that I felt like would fit the best on this wood piece. I love to paint my background before I use my decoupage paper. I like to paint my background white. It just makes your decoupage paper pop, and your background is not going to show through on your paper. So I just painted a couple of coats, let it dry, and now I'm going to apply this pretty graphic that says Merry Christmas, and it's got a beautiful reindeer on it. I'm just going to apply it using my Liquid Patina, but like I always tell y'all, you can also use Mod Podge. And a lot of times I get a comment, what's the difference? It's really personal preference. I just prefer and get better results with the DIY Liquid Patina. But I just work in sections. I apply the paper, and then I go over it and I roll it over with my brayer really well just to smooth it out. And it also pushes a lot of that excess decoupage medium out to the edges. Now on this one, I went around and I'm going to trim off some of the excess paper with my scissors first because I'm working with a big section. Now I just did not cut out my graphic first. I just went on and laid the whole sheet of paper down. That way, whatever graphic was beside this one, I could salvage, most of it. So I just went around now with my sandpaper. I'm going to remove the excess paper, just smooth out the edges, and now we've got a beautiful piece that we can set out for the winter and the Christmas time. Now I'm going to show you how we can make a very inexpensive wall decor piece. And this is a large frame. I think this is probably probably a 16-inch by 14-inch maybe. But I got this at a yard sale and I didn't pay hardly anything for it. And it also comes with that backing. But I'm going to go over the frame because it's gold color. I'm going to go over it with a couple of coats of white chalk paint, and also painted the back. because like I told y'all again, I always like to start out with a white background when I'm using decoupage paper. This is a beautiful sheet that is a new release for Christmas, and again, Ruth and Ruby sells this on her website, but I'm going to take the one section. You get two sections of this, so you'll get two graphics for $6.95. But these make great wall decor pieces, so if you're looking for something inexpensive, you know, to make like a large graphic for winter or Christmas, these sheets right here are perfect for that. So I just went over it again. I'm applying in sections. Just apply the paper as you go in sections. I start with the top and then I work on the bottom. Again, I'm going to go over it with my brayer, smooth it out really well. You let it dry, and then I will remove the excess paper. We're going to put it back in the frame. Now this frame was a little bit different. The backing will have to be glued on. The backing does not fit into the frame. It's kind of like the frame will fit on top of this. But I'm just going to remove the paper on the edge, and now look what a beautiful piece this makes. I love the colors of this decoupage paper. But I'm just going to apply the backing to the frame, and I'm just going to go in each corner and apply some good amounts of hot glue and just glue it to the frame. And that's all I'm going to do to this piece. But like I say, just very inexpensive wall decor that you can make yourself, and just using some items that we got at a yard sale and a very large piece of decoupage paper. Now I'm going to show you how to make some really cute but inexpensive Christmas ornaments. And you want to take some little mini frames. Now there is a lot of choices of little mini frames out there. A lot of times in the Walmart Christmas section, they'll sell these little frames, and usually they're 97 cents. I picked mine up at Goodwill, and I think I paid $1.99 each for them, which was probably not the best deal, but I just love the little frames. So I went on and picked them up. But I'm just going to show you how you can take. These are transfers, and these are from the Fairy Mary transfer book by IOD. These are some of the Christmas new releases. But again, you can always go out and download some free printables. You know, just get whatever graphics that you love. You know, and I'm sure they've got some type of fairies out there that you can get free printables and just print out a little graphic and put it in your frame. But these little mini frames right here make the prettiest little Christmas ornaments. And you can style these and make these whatever style of home you have. If you love like vintage Christmas, or if you like farmhouse, you can really pretty much style these any way you want to. Now I'm just taking the little pieces of paper that come out of the frame and just using those for my pattern. And I just go through my transfers and I get the ones that I feel like will fit best in my frames and will match the colors of my frames. I have assorted colors of frames. You can see I have some gold ones, and this one is silver. But I love this beautiful little fairy face right here. I thought she was absolutely beautiful, so I'm going to apply her. And I know the Graphics Fairy, they have a lot of really pretty vintage ladies in this type style graphic. So if you're into this, make sure to go out and check them out. And I'll leave a link to the Graphics Fairy down below. But I think you'll have a lot of fun out there on their website, just going through all the different free printables that they have. Now this frame right here was a little bit larger, and I love this little farmhouse truck. It was an IOD in one of the transfer books for the new release this year, so I applied it. So if you're into the farmhouse, little pickup trucks, make great graphics for these little frames. This little frame right here, I'm showing y'all the tag, so you'll know. I don't know if this come from Walmart. It was possible. It probably come from Hobby Lobby. So make sure to check out Hobby Lobby and check out what selections they had. This was kind of a woodsy looking little frame, so I picked one of, more of a little woodsy transfer, one of the little fairies for it, and I thought she fit really good into it. It had the colors. So it just easy little Christmas ornaments that you can make, and they're so much fun. This would be so much fun to do as a group with some of your girlfriends, or maybe as a church craft. this right here is a very fun and easy and really budget-friendly project to make. And I love seeing posts like this. This was over on my home decor page. She got some of the new transfers and added them to this little crock. So if y'all ever make something that you get inspired from me, please make sure to post it over on social media so I can see it and enjoy it too. Now I'm going to show y'all some vintage bottles that I picked up at a yard sale, and I paid $1 each for these. These all are so pretty. I don't know how old these are, or some of them if they're old, but some of them still had dirt in them. I did bring them in. I washed all of them with soap and water, but some of them still have that little smoky tint to them and still have a little bit of, I don't know, it's not really dirt, but I guess glass ages, but I like that, so it adds a little bit of character to it. This one right here does look old. It's got the little rusty cap on it, and I absolutely love that. Now, another option, if you do not run across these type bottles that are vintage, save bottles. A lot of things come in bottles, and all you've got to do is save them and wash them out. You know, olive oil, if you drink wine, just so many things. Just look around, get creative. And a lot of times, like root beer, if you enjoy drinking root beer, a lot of times they come in brown bottles. Just get creative and start collecting bottles that you make and get actually at the grocery store. But just get a variety of sizes and shapes, and then use your transfers. Whatever kind of transfer you have, or if you have a Cricut machine, maybe you can print out some things on your Cricut machine and apply those. Just trying to give you ideas of things that you can do that are fun to make, that are hopefully inexpensive, but just giving you ideas. I know a lot of y'all did get the transfers with the IOD new release, but if you didn't, like I say, I'm trying to give you options and ideas of things that you can do if you don't have transfers. And a lot of times I know Dollar Tree, they have a huge selection in their crafter square aisle. They have a lot of different kinds of decals and stickers and transfers, so just look there too. But this one right here was a little bit of a larger type transfer, so don't be afraid to cut up your transfers. Use pieces and parts and make them work on your projects. And I thought these little long flat bottles, I thought this little print right here would be beautiful on the front of it. And then I did the two smaller bottles with some more of these cutouts of this same graphic. And I think this set right here turned out so pretty. So just another fun project to make, and I think these are going to be absolutely gorgeous setting out for the winter and the Christmas season. something else that I want to encourage and inspire y'all to do is just go around your home, maybe pick some decor items that you already have that maybe you're tired of. This is this little can right here. I got it at Big Lots a few years ago, and I've had this in my bathroom with towels and stuff in it. This is got another side that is blank. I just got it, and I thought, I'm tired of that one side with the bee on it. I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to recreate something else and make something, out of it for Christmas and winter. So I added this huge truck transfer. And again, I think this would be a beautiful alternative for the tissue paper printout that I showed you the first of this video. If you like the little pickup truck, go out and see if you can find a free printable of a little pickup truck or whatever your style is, and print it out on the tissue paper. Apply it to your project piece, and you've got a great, inexpensive piece that we can now set out for Christmas and the winter season. Here's another project piece that I'm using. This is a piece I've had for years, and one of my sweet friends, he made this for me. This is just like a little tool caddy. He made it out of some pallet wood, and it's been different colors through the years. And I have done it, and I have just upcycled it many times in different videos also. But that's the fun of this piece. It's very versatile, so I can change it out however I want to. But I just added this transfer to the front of this. And this right here, I'm sure you could find a really pretty stencil. And because they make a lot of stencils, and I've got a lot of these linked to my Amazon store. You could also add a stencil to a really pretty little wood caddy box. Add some greenery and candy canes to it, and now you've got a great piece to set out that didn't cost a lot of money, but it was a lot of fun just to add a little bit of, winter and Christmas graphic to it, and you've made your own unique piece to set out for the holidays. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of the video, so I've got to tell y'all goodbye. This is the sad part, but make sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment. I love talking to y'all in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to go out and check out my new channel, Teresa Greene. There's a lot going on over there right now with the condo renovation, and I just put up a new video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you back, as my family. And as always, I love y'all, and I will plan to see y'all again in my next video. Bye, y'all.